fire that still burns must now be tended. The voice of the prophet still echoes. Though the languages have changed and the empires have fallen, the call remains the same: return, repair, restore, remember. Every generation stands at its own breach, a place where truth erodes, where altars grow cold, where justice falters in the gates. Our ruins are not of stone, but of spirit. Our idols are not carved in wood, but crafted in convenience and pride. Yet Yahweh's pattern does not change. When the land trembles, when the people lament, he still calls forth a remnant, not to curse the darkness, but to tend the flame. The ancient cry has become the modern commission: stand in the gap, rebuild the altar, let the fire burn again. In ancient Israel, renewal began at two places: the altar and the gate. The altar represented worship, the people's relationship with Yahweh. The gate represented justice, how they treated one another. Today, the same two pillars remain. The altars are the pulpits, homes, prayer rooms, and hidden spaces where hearts are turned toward Yahweh. The gates are the courts, councils, classrooms, and media where words shape culture and destiny. When the altar is pure but the gate is corrupt, the nation limps. When the gate is upright but the altar neglected, the soul of a people withers. But when both altar and gate are restored, when prayer and justice, worship and mercy walk together, then the covenant light shines upon the land again. The modern prophetic task is to stand between both, as priests and as watchmen, calling our generation to turn its face once more toward Yahweh. The covenant fire now burns in unexpected places, not only in temples but in living rooms, not only in sanctuaries but in the fields, the offices, and the margins of society. Every believer becomes a mobile altar, a bearer of the flame carrying light into darkened halls. The question is not whether the fire burns, but where we have chosen to tend it. In an age that prizes comfort over covenant, the call is to kindle costly devotion again, to let prayer, truth, and mercy become the fuel of renewal. Our generation will either preserve the flame or let it fade into ritual. But Yahweh's desire remains, that every heart become a dwelling for his light. The remnant in this age are those who refuse to forget the ancient path. They are not many, but they are steady. They live by the quiet strength of emunah, steadfast trust, and they walk by the covenant rhythm of justice, mercy, and humility. They are builders in an age of demolition, gardeners in a time of drought, intercessors in a culture of noise. They rebuild families with truth and tenderness. They raise their children beneath the light of Yahweh's face. They hold their communities accountable, not through anger, but through endurance. Standing firm in love even when misunderstood, their cry is the same as Nehemiah's. Remember me, O my God, for good, and strengthen my hands for the work. Nehemiah 13:31-6-9. The modern world, like ancient Babylon, boasts of progress, yet trembles beneath its idols. In the face of confusion, fear, and division, the covenant fire calls for witnesses. Not mere critics of culture, but carriers of hope. When the nations rage, Yahweh still looks for those who will stand in the breach, who will pray, rebuild, and live differently. You are the light of the world, said Yeshua. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. The call of the prophets now merges with the voice of Messiah. Walk as light bearers. Let the fire of the covenant burn not as condemnation, but as invitation, a warmth that draws others toward the mercy of Yahweh. This is how lament becomes renewal and how ruins become revelation in our time. The final cry of the remnant becomes the commissioning prayer for the present age. Yahweh, we will keep the fire. We will rebuild what has fallen. We will walk the ancient path again. We will teach our children to remember. We will be your light among the nations. The covenant flame is no longer confined to one people or land. It is the inheritance of all who walk in Yahweh's name. Every rekindled heart, every act of mercy, and every prayer whispered in the night. adds oil to the lamp of his enduring presence.
Yahweh, keeper of covenant and fire, you who walked with our fathers through wilderness and exile, walk now with us through this modern storm, where altars have grown cold, breathe again. Where truth has crumbled in the gates, raise up judges of mercy. Where hearts have forgotten, awaken memory. Teach us to carry your flame into the noise of our age, to build altars of faith in our homes, to speak justice with tenderness at the gates, to guard the flame of your presence in every season. Let your Ruach move again through this generation, kindling courage in the weary, hope in the broken, and vision in the blind. May the nations see the fire and not fear it, but find in its warmth the light of your compassion. May your name be honored again, in cities and deserts, in towers and tents, in hearts that have chosen to remember. The fire still burns, Yahweh. Let it burn in us, until the day all creation walks once more in your light. Amen.